Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video. As requested, let's talk about the best basketball shoes for the BIGS this year. I think most of you are aware of this already, but just once again, within each position, there are different playing styles. We have plenty of stretch fours or even stretch fives nowadays. Everybody also thinks they're a guard, or at least plays like one. Anyways, so our emphasis for this list is on stability, cushion, and bounciness. Also, the shoes need to have enough support and impact protection to hold up well for heavier players. I might not ever dominate the paint like some of you can, but I'm slowly catching up in body weight. All right, let's get right into it. So I picked out like 5 or 6, basically a top 5. And the very first one that came to mind is the Nike GT Jump 2. Very easy pick, because if you want maximum cushion and bounce, this shoe almost guarantees that, while also being fairly easy to use compared to its previous version. The GT Jump 2 is also a typical shoe made for bigs, centers especially. Jokic has been wearing the GT Jump 1 and 2 all the time after the Hyper Dunks, and he isn't even a guy who dominates with his athletic ability, so you don't have to have an explosive playing style to enjoy using this. If you're on the heavier side and need something that's just easy to jump with, also one that you can land safely in, I can't really think of any shoe this year that beats the full-length Zoom Strobo, double stack Zoom Air, and a deluxe version of React Foam at the back. Next one up, also from Nike, I have the KD16. So compared to the GT Jump 2, this one is not as stacked up. It'll give you better speed, and from my experience playing with them, I was getting a very nice snap or responsiveness in the forefoot. I've seen quite a few bigs wear the KDs in the NBA, like Nicholas Claxton, Yusuf Nurkic. Obviously they're teammates with Durant, but it's certainly a great option on feet. Just keep in mind that it's still better suited for medium or narrow feet, so it's quite picky when it comes to foot shape. Otherwise, the KD16 has good traction, gives you a good kickback for attacking the rim, and is not as heavy as a lot of these other ones on this list, if you prefer something lighter. Now moving over to Adidas, I think the Harden Volume 7 is a pretty good choice for bigs. James Harden himself is a guard, but his shoes, like the past 3 models, to me were all better off for heavier players, or those that play in the paint a lot. Zubac has been wearing this shoe all the time. Well, it gives you things that a guard would need, like good traction and ankle support, but at the same time, it holds its own with the body weight. As a 500-gram shoe for size 10.5, it doesn't slow you down or drag down your speed too much, surprisingly. It's also very comfortable, largely thanks to the upper materials, because that puffer jacket design is actually very nice and cozy. Supportive too. You can't really go wrong with the Boost plus Light Strike setup. Downside would be breathability and obviously weight if you don't like heavier shoes. The Harden Volume 5 was pretty bad. 6 was much better, and 7 will end up being a classic, I believe. Okay, some budget-friendly options. One is the AG4 from 361 Degrees, the Aaron Gordon shoe that only goes for $100 on their site if you're in the US. I think it might be on sale now too. I just started playing in these, and so far it's feeling like a shoe that combines great traction with good stability and support. And a very underrated budget shoe is the Adidas Bounce Legend, retailing for $80 or $85. Again, probably on sale in some places. It's sturdy enough for forwards and centers with a larger body frame, mid to high cut around the collar. Lockdown is amazing, and yeah, just great value for its price. Another great shoe for bigs is the LeBron 21. Of course, we can't forget about, in my opinion, the best Nike shoe overall this year. Here I just want to say that a lot of these shoes are for sure excellent, but they could be like good for multiple positions or all types of players. And the LeBron 21 is one of them. Bouncy, yes. Good traction, yes. Amazing traction actually. Since the LeBron 20 last year, they've really started to reduce the weight, but it still holds up very well for post plays, fighting for the boards and all that. Stability at the back is greatly improved from the previous version. No heel slippage, and lockdown is decent too. This black pearl pair, to me, is the best colorway so far. One last pick. Now, I just realized that it's a very Nike-dominated list this time. So the lightest shoe here on this list, without sacrificing cushion and stability, is the Zoom Freak 5. Man, this is a shoe that I started to like more and more and more. If you just look at the setup on paper, cushion seems to be lacking a little bit. But on the court, I could feel the effect of the 4-foot zoom. The foam itself is pretty responsive too, for more aggressive playing styles. You get quite a lot of heel compression. The shoe transitions really well too, to give you a nice little springy effect with your takeoffs. Yeah, don't sleep on the Freak 5. A lot of colorways are on sale already, and they also don't look ugly to me anymore. I'm honestly liking all these colorways that they dropped. All right, so that about concludes it for this list for, let's say, power forwards and centers. Again, these are just my picks from the new releases this year, but please feel free to add to it based on your experience so we can all take notes together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.